In 1998, the Tour de France did not reveal the strongest cyclist in the world. It revealed the strongest system. Behind the cheers, behind the yellow jersey, behind the legendary climbs, there was fear. Fear of being dropped, fear of being exposed, fear of telling the truth. This is not the story of a race. This is the story of how cycling lost its innocence, and how an entire sport was forced to look at itself in the mirror. July 1998. France celebrates the 100th anniversary of the Tour de France. The roads are packed, the banners shine gold, and the Peloton rolls forward under the weight of history. This tour is meant to be a celebration. The race begins in Dublin, Ireland, the first time the Tour departs from an island. British champion Chris Boardman wins the prologue at over 54 km/h, taking the yellow jersey. Abraham Olano finishes second, just 4 seconds behind. Laurent Jalabert, Bobby Julich, Christophe Moreau, and Jan Ullrich all finish at 5 seconds. Only Marco Pantani, not a time trial specialist, loses 48 seconds and finishes 181st. The strongest teams of the era arrive with confidence and ambition. Festina stands above the rest, perfectly organized, brutally efficient, feared by everyone. Their roster includes Richard Virenque, runner-up to Ullrich in 1997, along with Alex Zülle, Laurent Brochard, Christophe Moreau, Laurent Dufaux, and Didier Rousse. Telecom brings German discipline with defending champion Jan Ullrich and former winner Bjarne Riis. Spanish teams rise. French hopes dream of redemption. But beneath the smiles, rivalries burn. Leaders tolerate each other in public and despise each other in private. Domestiques push themselves past exhaustion to protect fragile hierarchies. Every rider knows their place and how easily it can be taken. Inside the peloton, there is an unspoken truth. The speed is unreal. The recovery is unnatural. The margins are razor thin. To survive, you must go beyond what the human body allows. Doctors reassure. Team managers promise protection. Everyone repeats the same sentence. Don't worry, everyone is doing it. The fans see courage. The riders feel fear. Fear of being dropped in the mountains. Fear of being replaced by someone better prepared. Fear of asking questions no one wants answered. The Alps are coming. The pressure is rising, and on a quiet road near the Belgian border, one routine police stop is about to destroy the illusion forever. Festina doesn't come to the Tour to compete. They come to dominate. Their riders move like a single organism. On the flats, they control the peloton. In the mountains, they set a pace no one else can match. Other teams watch with envy and suspicion, because this level of superiority feels impossible. Inside the team, nothing is left to chance. Training is scientific. Nutrition is optimized. Recovery is measured to the hour, and performance is engineered. Blood values are monitored like stock prices. Injections are routine. Doping is not discussed. It is organized. Refusing is not an option. Asking questions is dangerous. Speaking out means exile. Then everything collapses. On July 8, 1998, At 5:40 in the morning, Festina soigneur Willy Voet is stopped by French customs at the Belgian border. What the police find is not personal use. It is a supply chain. In the trunk, 235 ampules of EPO, 120 capsules of amphetamines, enough for an entire tour. The news explodes across Europe. On July 15th, team manager Bruno Roussel and team doctor Eric Rieskayert are arrested. Hotels are raided. Riders are interrogated. On July 17th, after Roussel's confession, tour director Jean-Marie Leblanc expels Festina from the race. At an impromptu press conference in a small café near Corrèze, Richard Virenque breaks down in tears, announcing that the Festina riders accept their withdrawal. The most powerful team is gone, overnight. The Peloton continues in silence. The 9 expelled riders include Richard Virenque, Alex Zula, Laurent Brochard, Christophe Moreau, Laurent Dufaux, Didier Rousse, Pascal Hervé, Neil Stevens, and Armin Meyer. Some riders feel relief. Others feel panic. Because Festina wasn't the only team playing this game. They were just the first caught. With Festina gone, the tour doesn't become cleaner. It becomes darker. Every attack is questioned. Every dominant performance feels suspicious. Every rivalry turns personal. In the Stage 7 time trial, Jan Ullrich dominates, taking the yellow jersey with a 4-minute lead over Marco Pantani. Tyler Hamilton finishes second. American Bobby Julich takes third. French baroudeur Jacques Durand wins a breakaway stage to Montauban. Laurent Desbiens takes the yellow jersey. Riders no longer fight just for seconds. They fight for credibility. Accusations circulate quietly in hotel corridors. Laurent Jalabert pulls his team out in protest. Jacques Durand later admits to using EPO. Others deny everything with increasing anger. Trust disappears. In the mountains, attacks feel desperate. Faces are hollow. The eyes betray exhaustion beyond fatigue. Police raid the hotels of ONC, Telecom, Big Mat, Casino, and TVM teams. Interrogations last late into the night. Riders are asked to perform like heroes hours after being treated like criminals. Some crack. They cry. They abandon. They walk away from the race and sometimes from cycling itself. Rodolfo Massi, wearing the polka dot jersey, is forced to leave the race after police find illegal corticosteroids in his hotel room. Others continue, trapped between survival and shame. This is no longer a competition of strength. It is a psychological war. Who can endure the pressure? Who can maintain the lie? Who can keep riding while everything collapses around them? The tour continues, but the magic is gone. Despite the consequences. On stage 15 to Les Deux Alpes, in rain and cold, Marco Pantani attacks on the Galibier. He drops everyone, catching escapees Rodolfo Massi, Fernando Escartin, and Christophe Riniero. Pantani soars alone to the finish, his shaven head covered with a bandana, his face grim with pain. Jan Ullrich loses nearly 9 minutes. Pantani takes the yellow jersey for the first time in his career. Bobby Julich sits in second, 3 minutes 53 seconds behind. Moments that look heroic and feel tragic. On July 29th, riders go on strike at kilometer 32, protesting police methods. 5 teams, ONC, Banesto, Vitalicio, Kelm, and Riso Scotti, abandon the tour. The stage is neutralized. The GC battle between Jan Ullrich and Marco Pantani continues. Stage wins go to Mario Cipollini. Sprint battles feature Tom Steels and Eric Zabel. The tour nearly stops. But stopping would mean admitting everything. So it continues. In the final time trial, Jan Ullrich wins and vaults back into second place. But Pantani holds on, finishing third in the time trial, losing only 2.5 minutes. The yellow jersey still exists, but it feels heavy. Fans are confused. Journalists are relentless. Cycling bleeds in public. Every victory feels uncomfortable. Every celebration feels forced. History is being written, but no one knows how it will be remembered. The 1998 Tour de France ends. Marco Pantani wins. Jan Ullrich finishes second. Bobby Julich takes third. The results remain. The jerseys are awarded, but belief is gone. The Festina Affair changes cycling forever. Later tests reveal that 8 of the 9 Festina riders tested positive for EPO. Richard Virenque, Alex Zule, Laurent Dufaux, Armin Meyer, Neil Stevens all show EPO use. Pascal Hervé, Laurent Brochard, Didier Rousse test positive for both EPO and amphetamines. Laurent Brochard, Christophe Moreau, and Didier Rousse confess and receive 6-month suspensions. Richard Virenque denies everything until October 2000, when he finally admits the truth. But the truth goes deeper. In 2004, retroactive testing of stored samples reveals that 18 riders from 1998 tested positive for EPO, including winner Marco Pantani and runner-up Jan Ullrich. Others include Eric Zabel, Mario Cipollini, Laurent Jalabert, Abraham Olano, Bobby Julich, Jackie Durant, and more. The Festina Affair reveals a truth fans never wanted to face. This was not a few bad riders. It was an entire system. From that moment on, greatness is questioned. Records are doubted. Heroes are viewed with suspicion. Yet, 1998 is also a turning point. Testing improves. Silence cracks. Reform begins. Slowly, painfully, imperfectly. Marco Pantani, the climber who won both the Giro and Tour in 1998, dies in 2004. Jan Ullrich admits to doping throughout his career. Bjarne Riis confesses to using EPO from 1993 to 1998. The riders of that era are remembered not only for what they won, but for what they survived. Because the 1998 Tour de France was never just a race. It was a reckoning. And cycling has many stories like this, some heroic, some tragic, some still unfinished. If you want to keep exploring the races that shaped the sport, the legends, the shadows, and everything in between, this story doesn't end here.